Oh my. Look at this gigantic noodle. This is an extremely chunky Florida Green Watersnake. This is my first time ever seeing this species above the water. And just look at the size of this thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm going to try and catch it. Because why not? Alright, children, so that gigantic Florida Green Watersnake is right down there. And I'm going to have to be extremely cautious with this guy because not only are Florida Green Watersnakes the largest aquatic snake in all of Florida, they are also known to have a very painful bite. And with the sheer size of this individual, this will actually be the largest snake I've ever caught if I successfully make this catch. That bite is going to hurt. Okay. Let's do this. This horrible bite. Ow! Almost got my face. This right here is a beautiful, beautiful Florida Green Watersnake. But oh my gosh, what a gorgeous snake this thing is. So these guys have a very distinctive pattern. You can see that kind of greenish base color, yellow on the throat and on the belly, and that kind of black checkering pattern. He seems to be cooperating a lot more now. He knows that I don't mean any harm. And they definitely weren't lying. This is very painful, but definitely worth it. Look at this thing. Just look at this. Why would you not want to grab this? Look at those eyes, first of all. They truly have such a strange face for a snake. You can tell they're definitely made to be some of the top aquatic predators of their ecosystem, especially when they grow this big. These are some of the most muscular snakes in this habitat as well. And you can see those defined labial scales. It's a great way to identify this as a Nerodia and not as a venomous species, such as a cottonmouth. Biggest snake I've ever caught. Right next to a canal. Look at that head right there. So you can see his head actually makes like a triangle shape with his head. And that's because he's pretending to have venom glands. So if you know, a lot of venomous snakes, like cottonmouths, they have triangular heads because they have venom glands. So where else would they put the venom glands? On the sides of their heads that connect to the teeth. Snakes that live in the water that are often confused with venomous snakes that also live near the water oftentimes will puff up their cheeks to look like they're actually venomous, when clearly they're not, because I'm okay. Look at those ventral scales too, plain white. Most Nerodias don't really have plain ventral scales at all. They normally have checkered ventral scales. That's another way that you could tell this is a green water snake. And he is so calm now. I understand why these guys get a little bit of a bad reputation. They can be a little angry when you first catch them, but once you're holding them for a while, they are actually quite a calm species. Look at him as he's just going around. So, I am in a lot of pain. This was worth it, I would say. I'm gonna go clean my hands. Wow. Look at that. I'm going to let this huge Florida Green Watersnake go. He's gonna go on, have a happy life, and move slow because he's so chunky. So this is not a fake shot at all. This is real. Now, this is actually not as much blood as it looks like. I didn't bleed this much. This is actually because the blood, that a little bit of blood that was able to come out through these small snake bites, it only managed to bite me like 3 times, is because water snakes actually have an anticoagulant protein in their saliva. So that actually turns the blood that comes out into a much less viscous liquid. So it looks a lot worse than it actually is. I'm no longer in pain right now. Thankfully, I'm just gonna need to clean this all off when I get home.